Okay, so what we have here is a Seiko Monster. Look, I do clearly have a problem with the watch thing. I picked this up because I was watching Mark at Long Island Watches, and he did a video about how they have discontinued the Seiko Monster. And I thought, well, this is an opportunity for an investment piece. I took it off the bracelet. Okay, I have the box here. This is new in the box. And got the little pillow in here, and here's the original bracelet is right here. And I took it off the bracelet because I did want to wear it a little bit, and I didn't want to scratch up the bracelet. Right, I could pop it back on there for resale if I choose to do that. The other half of it's in there, it doesn't really matter. It had the blue sticker on the back, and I put this plastic in here to wrap up the face of the watch as well. And if I do decide to sell this, I will put that all back together. But I wanted to talk about some of the details and talk about Seiko in general, because there are issues with some of these. Now, this one has a pretty good alignment. The bezels actually works pretty easy on this particular watch. But again, you know, people do complain about the alignment issues on these. There's not really any, well, not really back play once you lock it in place. The problem with this particular watch is this crown. I already had it out, but just so you guys know, it's an NH36. It winds, but when I go to push it in to tighten it down, it's a little bit rough. And as we know, it's a lock-in crown. All right, it's in there. Taking out, same thing. Now, it's funny because it'll turn easy, then it gets hard. It turns easy and it's hard at the turn. I think I'm going to have to take this watch apart, take the movement, take the crown out, take the movement out, and clean these threads out or something. It's a little bit of a bummer as far as I'm concerned. I mean, you know, these watches, you know, they go for several $100s, but I got a great deal on this one, as I will do. And I may have gotten a good deal on this one, maybe because the crown felt that way. Let's go ahead and pull it all the way out. I'm not sure what the time is. I want to turn this till I get it to 31 here, make the time change. We'll see how well the alignment is on this. So we're coming up, it's changing its date, and there we are. Look at that, right at midnight, so that's a nice thing. All right, hang on a second, I'm going to check the time. All right, so it's 11:15 in the morning. It's a Saturday. I won't set it to 11:15 yet because I want to adjust the date. It's always finicky for me. There we go. Today's Saturday, and it is the 2nd of August. So that's good. We'll push it back in. Well, I'll put it back to, I'll get it to the right time here. I hate doing that. I'll set it later, because I'm going to talk about this for a little while longer, and I want to show the details, and it's always nice if you can see the date while you're doing that. Pet peeve of mine, when I'm looking at watches online for sale, is when they have the the hands of the watch not set correctly. So you can't read the dial, or the date is blocked. Now you can see the Cyclops on here does its job, but it does look, well, it depends on how you hold it, but you could say that is slightly out of alignment. And that's the thing with these Seikos, and people are always complaining about that. What I do like about it, of course, the Cyclops is in the way, but I like that the bezel stands proud of the crystal, because that helps protect it. It's kind of neat. Now, I'm going to show you guys something I haven't seen anybody else do in a Monster video. I'm putting more dust on it than I'm taking off. The fluting on this. I'm a gun guy, and this fluting reminds me a lot of the Colt Single Action Army. You see that? Tell me that that doesn't remind you of the same thing. Here's a cylinder. You see that fluting right here? They do that for weight, heavy weapon as it is. Just so you guys know, you half cock it, and then you can spin the cylinder to check if it's clear or not. It's the loading gate there. So I just thought, I noticed that right away. As soon as I picked up the watch, I thought to myself, that fluting looks just like a handgun. Did anybody else notice that? I've never seen anyone else mention how similar that is. That's the main reason I wanted to do the video. I put it on this band. This band came on a different Seiko I had. It's a nice heavy-duty nylon band. I'm not a fan of nylon. As you guys know, I like natural materials. I've been doing a lot of... As a matter of fact, I might do another video right after this one just to get out of the way on bands I've been picking up. I mentioned making some leather bands. I'm waiting on a friend to send me some bison hide. And I'm going to be going to a leather shop over in the valley, and I want to talk to that guy. A friend of mine goes to him all the time, and I'd like to put him on video, by the way. Maybe even do a leather class over there just for the fun of it and get to know the people a little bit. But again, I put it on this strap so I could wear it. I wore this last week on Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt Allen. Been on it 2 weeks in a row, and they want me back on today. So I have to get over there. I'm going to do a little work in his studio for him. Adjust a few things. You can see the chapter ring. You can see how it's cut out for the applied indices and how they fit into the chapter ring. It's my Super Pro cotton cloth here. Now, this is the 4th generation Monster. I didn't know enough when I bought it. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know why they called the Monster the Monster. I mean, it's not super huge necessarily in my mind, but it's because the original one, all the indices were triangles pointing in at the center of the dial. So it looked like a monster's mouth open, I guess. This is not a Japan watch, so it's my only Seiko so far, I think, that is not Japan made. It does have the 4 o'clock crown. You guys know I've mentioned that before. It's what I prefer. Still nice and very clean. When it went to 12, you guys can go back and look, but it has an appearance. The hands, they create a rocket, which is pretty cool. So I'll keep this video short. I really just wanted to show off this fluting and point out how much that looks like the cylinder on a revolver. I mean, that's uncanny. I don't know if Seiko did that on purpose. Check the bluing on those screws. I don't know if they did that on purpose or not, but to me, that is unmistakable, undeniable, absolutely what that is reminiscent of. So you guys can school me on that. I don't know, but I think it's pretty cool. Anyhow, Seiko Monster. I've got 2 more watches coming. I'm going to start getting away from this with the Seikos and the Willard thing, and I've discovered micro brands, and I'm going to bring up a watch here pretty soon. There is a Seiko coming that I am going to talk about because I think it's a great bargain, and I'll compare it to the Willard I bought and tell you why I think it is. And that's it for now. So thanks for being here. You guys have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one.